Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CUTV Newscenter. I'm Danny Beck.
And I am Jess Crossan.
Opening with campus news tonight, University President Geraldine Jones hosted the annual student convocation on Tuesday in the Performance Center. Jones addressed pertinent topics to the campus community, such as the athletics rebranding that will be debuted in the spring semester, along with an update on the Vulcan Garage. The rebranding is a part of an almost year-long process with Carnegie Dartlet, a marketing firm based in Massachusetts. The presentation was wrapped up with the announcement of PASSHE Chancellor Dan Greenstein visiting the California campus on October 25th.
Cultures and creativity collided to bring the second annual Liberal Arts Festival to the Mandarino Library on October 2nd. Music, food, and art brought the crowds inside the library where students and members of the campus community expressed what makes them unique. The festival was organized by Andrea Sensich, along with many faculty members in the Department of Arts and Languages.
Resumes and business cards replaced basketballs and volleyballs at the Convocation Center with the Health Fair, sponsored by the Career and Professional Development Center. Close to 80 representatives from companies, organizations, and graduate school programs spoke with students and exchanged information for future employment. Booths ranged from UPMC Health Systems, UPS, and Nemacolin Woodlands Resort drew quite the interest. For more information from the Career Professional Development Center, visit Suite 138 in the Natali Student Union.
October 9th was the last day to register to vote in Pennsylvania's midterm election, which is right around the corner. The midterm elections will decide on a third of the U.S. senators and all of the seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. on November 6th for all those who are registered to exercise their rights to vote.
Hurricane Michael was officially upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane before it even hit land, making it the first hurricane of this category to make a landfall on the Florida Panhandle. After making landfall near Mexico Beach, Florida, Hurricane Michael is continuing its path through southwestern Georgia. It is being called extremely dangerous and potentially catastrophic as heavy rainfall, destructive winds, and life-threatening storm surges tear up the eastern coast. Jess, I don't know if you've been following that storm at all, but is absolutely ravaging Florida. You know, that whole, I guess, western side of Florida right by the Gulf of Mexico. Since it's so low-lying, I'm sure we're going to get back to that on the weather segment, but since it's so low-lying, people are more worried about the surges hitting that coast than really the flooding on land.
Yeah, absolutely. And it hasn't been too terribly long since the last hurricane just hit all of these areas again. So I'm a little worried about what's going to happen to those areas that are now getting hit by an even more catastrophic hurricane.
Yeah, and South Carolina, North Carolina, some of those states still, as you were saying, rebuilding from Florence, I believe, right?
Yes.
I think it was Florence, yeah. So, you know, they're still rebuilding, and now they're just going to get hit by another wave. So hopefully everybody's okay. I don't know if there's any CUTV alumni in that area, but hopefully everybody is all right in that area. When we come back, we have a weather report from the CalU Weather Center. Stay tuned when we come back.
Are you a visual storyteller? The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide on-site training as we help you develop your skills as a visual multimedia storyteller for the Cal Times newspaper and CUTV Newscenter. To learn more about visual journalism opportunities and join our team, visit our media production facility in the Natali Student Center or email the Cal Times at caltimes@calu.edu.
California University of Pennsylvania athletics has a long tradition of excellence on the playing field,
in the classroom, and in the community.
The Athletics Day of Giving supports excellence in CalU athletics.
And its success begins with you.
We need your help to reach our fundraising goals in support of athletic scholarships.
Student athletes need your help.
Our student athletes have a higher academic success rate than the national average.
More than half of our student athletes have a GPA of 3.0 or higher.
Our student athletes are constantly recognized as successful in our conference and at the national level.
Help us help our student athletes.
Your gift will make a difference in the lives of student athletes as they work hard in the game and in the classroom.
Join us today, September 25th, for our Athletics Day of Giving.
Every gift counts. Visit www.calu.edu/athletics-give to make your gift.
Cal-U, Cal-U.
Welcome to the Cal-U Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Dalton Lochran. Having a view at our current radar, you notice that Hurricane Michael, who just made landfall on the Florida Panhandle as a Category 4 hurricane yesterday afternoon, has moved his way into the Carolinas, eventually working his way off into the Atlantic Ocean. For our area, we did notice light showers for today as a cold front was passing through our area, producing colder temperatures. We did notice as this afternoon progressed that it did get noticeably cooler, as that will continue for tomorrow. Again, dry for tomorrow, but a cool area for our temperatures. Highs only in the high 50s into the low 60s for the region. And then for this weekend, the same thing is we're going to expect for Saturday and Sunday. Although a light shower might happen on Saturday morning, it will clear up by the parade for homecoming, so not to worry about that. For Michael's track, though, by Friday morning, he's off the coast of the United States. He will bring rain to the eastern coast if you're traveling out there, but by Friday evening, he's off and long gone for the weekend. Again, for homecoming, though, morning showers on Saturday with a break after noon. We will notice that sun comes right back out. A high of only 54 degrees on Saturday. Yes, it's only 54 degrees is our high. So definitely want to bring out those jackets as well as those umbrellas for the morning. But by the parade, like I said, those morning showers will pass through and we won't have to worry about that. Again, I'm student meteorologist Dalton Lochran. Have a great weekend.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath.
He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties.
He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Saturdays are for the Vulcans. At Ohio Dominican. At Kutztown. At Shippensburg. Home versus Edinburgh. Coldbowl versus IUP. At Clarion. Homecoming versus Gannon. At Mercyhurst. Home versus Slippery Rock. At Seton Hill. Home versus Westchester. Catch all the action live on CUTV and WCAL.
Welcome back to CUTV Newscenter. I'm Stephen Ruffing with your latest in entertainment. In college radio, the DJs are the ones who make things tick. CUTV reporter Zoe Webster shows us who makes WCAL go round in this week's On the Dial.
Hello everyone, my name is Zoe Webster, and this week on the Dial we will be interviewing Becca Glusko, one of our second-year DJs. Hello Becca, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. So a couple questions for you. First off, what is your DJ name?
I'm DJ 626.
And where did you get that DJ name?
I have a odd obsession with Lilo and Stitch, mainly Stitch, and that's his experiment number.
So how were you introduced to the station?
I was brought in by Taylor Cook, being involved in band, but once I got in, it was the rest of the family that was created here at WCAL that kind of kept me here.
What is your major here at Cal?
I am a secondary education mathematics major with special ed add-on.
When is your show this semester?
It is Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Awesome. And what do you usually play on your show?
I play Disney, country, and whatever else.
Do you have a favorite memory of the station?
One of my favorite memories is actually the lock-in that we did this past year.
What is your favorite artist or song or genre?
Obviously Disney. I'm DJ626 for a reason. I love Disney. I grew up with it. I also grew up with country. So like those are my two biggies. I just love like the feel of country because it has so many different themes, stuff like that.
For CUTV Newscenter, this has been Zoe Webster on the dial.
The 2018 Homecoming King and Queen candidates have officially been announced. Candidates for Homecoming Queen are our very own Jessica Crossan, Whitney Patak, Jaleese Cha-Chang, and Anna Chappell. The candidates for King include Jesh Myers, Rico Kaysen, Jerron Corley, Seth Shiley, and Zach Dugan. The announcement for King and Queen will be halftime during the Vulcan football game. Prior to the football game and the announcement, the annual parade at 12 p.m. The parade's theme is Through the Decades, which will showcase a different float from each decade made by California students. High school bands join the Cal U marching band for the annual parade as well. Good luck to all of the candidates involved, and let's have a fun and safe 2018 homecoming. During the announcements of the homecoming candidates, Pittsburgh singer Chris Jamieson put on a show in the food court for the students. Chris appeared on Season 7 of NBC's reality singing competition, The Voice. Chris was chosen by singer Adam Levine to compete on his team of singers and songwriters. In 2014, Allegheny executive Rich Fitzgerald presented Jamieson with the keys to Pittsburgh and declared December 3rd Chris Jamieson Day. Jamieson put on a great show to officially open up Homecoming Week. To close out Homecoming Week and Vulcan Fest, country music band Lone Star will put on a free show at Rodman Park following the Vulcan football game. Local favorite Chris Higbee opens the show, and the concert will be concluded by a fireworks display. And to round out entertainment for this week, we have The Lion King in the Vulcan Theater. The Disney animated feature allows the adventures of the young lion Simba, the heir of his father Mufasa. Simba's wicked uncle Scar plots to usurp Mufasa's throne by luring father and son into a stampede of wildebeests, but Simba escapes, and only Mufasa is killed. Simba returns as an adult to take back his homeland from Scar with the help of his friends Timon and Pumbaa. Showtimes are 11 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Jessica, Daniel, homecoming week, of course, it's exciting. Jess, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Best of luck for her and Joshua Myers, and thank you for voting for our very own Jessica Crossan.
It's going to be fun. Homecoming is always one of those fun occasions. It's cool that we have somebody from down here. I think last year we had Mari, but I don't know if she was down here. And Dylan, yeah. And Dylan.
And Dylan.
So, Jose, if you want to backtrack a little bit further, too.
So we had a little bit of representation from down here. It's always cool.
Yeah, very good.
Good luck.
Thank
you.
And
thank you, Steve. And after the break, Colin Kirkwood has your sports report. Stay tuned.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath.
He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties.
He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Saturdays are for the Vulcans. At Ohio Dominican, at Kutztown, at Shippensburg, home versus Edinburgh, Coble versus IUP, at Clarion, homecoming versus Gannon, at Mercyhurst, home versus Slippery Rock, at Seton Hill, home versus Westchester, Catch all the action live on CUTV and WCAL.
Hello and welcome back to CUTV Newscenter. I'm Colin Kirkwood with your sports report. The California Vulcans football team traveled to Clarion, Pennsylvania for a matchup with PSAC West foe, the Golden Eagles. Let's head over to Memorial Stadium for the highlights. See here, California getting on the board early with Nelson Brown moving into the end zone, getting things underway for the Vulcans. Later on in that first quarter, we'd have California on offense once again. Noah Mitchell letting that one fly and right on into the end zone for Tyson Hill. Tyson Hill making himself a nice grab there, getting underway. Clarion on offense here, scrambling around with that quarterback, and he'd be brought down in the backfield. California would think they have a fumble. After review, they do, so they get the ball back, looking to go up 21-0 here. Later on in the second quarter, Noah Mitchell looking to throw, dumps it off to Nelson Brown, who shimmy shake and bakes his way on into the end zone, drags a man with him. Great run there, not an easy thing to do. Of course, double PSAC West Athlete of the Week here. Noah Mitchell once again back on offense, letting this one fly on into the end zone to Chad Livingston. Chad Livingston wore 25 in this weekend's matchup compared to his normal 80. California looking to add, and Brian Alsobrooks field goal up and good, and then the rains and lightning would show up to Clarion. We'd have a long delay. After that delay finally wrapped up here in the third quarter, an interception by who else but Lamont McFadder continues to make his presence known for this California defense. Almost rushing the whole way back, he would finally get chopped down around that 25-yard line of Clarion, but still getting his name on the board once again. Here is another kick attempt from Brian Alsobrooks. That one is up indeed and good. Really having a good time kicking field goals on Saturday. Another rush on into the end zone there for California, adding more to this lopsided lead here as California would go on to win 41-27. Noah Mitchell would have 204 passing yards and 3 touchdowns to his credit, and Nelson Brown would have 88 rushing yards and a touchdown. Lamont McFadder, of course, with his interception and half a sack to his credit as well. This past Tuesday was the annual homecoming hockey game at the Rostraver Ice Garden for the California Vulcans Hockey Club. CUTV picked up the game, so let's head up to the Ice Garden for the highlights. California here getting action in the first period of this one. After a huge hit would actually put a big hole in the boards and it would delay the game here as they had to try to figure out a way to patch that one up. Our own Stephen Ruffing was the first one to get his eyes on that. He had his eyes on the prize, brought out a little bit of plexiglass, patched that hole up there. They even tried to take the board piece and put it right back in, but it's not quite a puzzle, so it wouldn't work. Getting it all taped up there. Finally, we are fixed up and ready to go here, so we can jump right back into the hockey highlights here. First goal of the game would go to California as Mike Faringer would find the back of the net on a great shot from a great set of hands there. What a celly to go on top of that one. California goes up 1-0 in the first period. Later on in that first period, they would have another offensive attack here, as you'll see, working it around in their offensive zone, dumped on in and right in front of the net. A bit of a scramble, and Alex Wargo is able to clean up the mess there and pot that one, being able to fight off the scrum in the front of the net and find the second goal of the game for the Vulcans here. And having so many different organizations in the Ice Garden really made for a great environment between the band and the cheerleaders and whatnot. But California here on the attack once again. Perry Shearing has this one rolling out and on the backhand and somehow manages to find his way into the net on that backhand here. 3-0 California goes up on the Robert Morris Colonials. That would not be the end of California's attack here later on in the game. As you can see, Perry Shearing enjoying the embrace from his teammates here in the third period now. No scoring from California in the second. Working around are the Vulcans here on offense. Dumped in front of the net, and you can see a great angle there from our new wireless camera 3. Alex Wargo scores his second of the game, and we could see it crystal clear here. In years past, we weren't able to get angles like that, but now we've got the shot, and you can see a nice cleanup goal like that. Working in the third period once again here, a lot of moves here, and then a snipe from Chris Siak, really just letting that one go from the top of the slot, able to bar down that one and put California up 5-1. Robert Morris would score one more right before the horn, and California would pick up the victory 5-2. Wargo, of course, with 2 goals, Farringer with 1 goal, and the Cal team put 54 shots on goal. And you know, as they say in hockey, you put as many shots on the goal, good things will happen. So now let's take a look at the upcoming athletic games for the Vulcans from the Vulcan schedule board. Here is the schedule board here. Football, of course, taking on Gannon at 3 o'clock on Saturday, and then hitting the road for Mercyhurst at 12 p.m. next Saturday. Couple games here for women's soccer, hosting Shippensburg at 4 p.m. on the 12th, and then a 2-game road trip at Slippery Rock and Clarion on the 14th and the 17th. Same goes for soccer here at home against Shippensburg on the 12th, and then on the road to Slippery Rock, and on the 17th at home versus UPJ, which will be covered by CUTV, so you can tune in for that one, and then on the road on the 20th at Bloomsburg. For volleyball, 2-2 here, 2 on the road at Clarion and IUP on the 12th and 13th, and then the 19th and 20th at home versus Millersville and Westchester. Moving on to the rest of the schedule board here, women's tennis will be at Davis and Elkins today, and it will get underway at 3 o'clock. Women's golf will be at the Kentucky Wesleyan Invitational from the 13th through the 14th. Men's and women's cross country at the Oberlin Interregional Rumble. Men's golf will be hosting the Cal Vulcans Invitational here, and women's swimming will host Notre Dame of Ohio at 1 p.m. on the 20th. I'm sure you guys are excited for the homecoming festivities this weekend here. Interesting to note, California has won 13 straight homecoming football games, with the last loss coming against Shippensburg in 2004.
You know, I'm really excited for the game, but I'm also really excited because today is a special day in your life. It's your birthday today. It's your 22nd birthday.
22nd birthday.
So we just wanted to give you something.
Some cookie.
Little. It's not birthday cake, but it'll definitely
it's
do.
Something.
Yeah.
Eat one now.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the birthday cookies.
But yeah, so we're looking forward to that homecoming game this weekend, as I was mentioning before in the entertainment break, just because of the fact that homecoming's always fun. So it's even going to be better this year. So thank you, Colin. Happy birthday to you, and thank you all for watching this week's edition of CUTV Newscenter. You can check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter and our Twitter page at CUTV_PA. And also, don't forget that the Cal Times will be publishing a new edition of the newspaper in 1 week across campus. Also, be sure to tune into 91.9 FM WCAL in your car or online by visiting sai.calu.edu/WCAL.
Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your evening.